Am I the asshole for not forcing my son to rename his hamster? So to start this off, my son is 11 and has been begging for a family pet for a while. I finally gave in when I felt we were ready to take one on, and also when I felt he was ready for the responsibility that comes with one. I expected a dog or a cat, but he really wanted a hamster. So we spent a little over a week prepping, helping him study hamster care, and dedicated a sizable spot in our living room for necessities in a home. We finally get around to picking one out at the pet shop. He's set on the name Sonic, but the lady ringing us up mentioned that the one he picked out was a girl and that she could get him a boy if he wanted, and he just lit up and said, "That's Amy!" And that was that. We took Amy home. This was in March. My sister-in-law found out that she was pregnant somewhere around that time, and last month they found out they were having a girl. Basically, what happened was they were picking out names, and one of the names they narrowed it down to had Amy as the middle name. I made a joke of something like, "Hey, we already have an Amy at our house," trying to be funny, but sister-in-law didn't think it was. I didn't think too much about it at the time, but a couple of days ago, she asked to come by to talk. She started off by saying the joke I made was in bad taste. I apologized for it, and then she suggested I change the name. I told her I didn't think that would go over well with my son, and then she outright demanded it be changed, whether he likes it or not, because she wasn't going to have a child share the name with a hamster. I agreed to talk it over with my son to see what he thought, and of course he didn't want to. He even thought it was cool that his cousin would share her name with his hamster. I tried convincing him to rename her Sonic even, or some other Sonic character, but he didn't want that. I explained how sister-in-law feels about this, and he felt a bit hurt because he thought he upset sister-in-law, but he really didn't want to change the name and didn't understand why they couldn't just share it. I told sister-in-law that my son was set on Amy, and she blew up. I'll admit I got a bit defensive and reacted poorly, but I essentially told her it wasn't a huge deal. It's not like anyone is going to make the connection, and by the time her child is old enough to know her name, Amy the hamster likely won't be around. She claimed it was embarrassing because she would always know the connection in her mind, to which I simply told her if it was such a strong reminder of a hamster, then maybe it wasn't a name she should use for her daughter. My brother has told me that I am being selfish for not forcing my son to pick another name. Sister-in-law obviously thinks I'm the asshole, and my mom has said the whole thing is childish. So, am I the asshole?
The whole thing is childish. Yes and no. I see a part where he's the asshole. In this situation, no, he's not the asshole to his sister-in-law and his brother.
Sorry, we don't have genders here.
Well, you know me. I'm gender biased to male. So, I think they are the asshole towards their son. Why would you even ask your son to change the hamster's name?
I would not have even brought this up to your son.
I think you're an asshole for trying to convince your kid to change the name because of a crazy person.
Yes.
You're trying not to rock the boat, and you only stood up for your son after you failed to convince him to change the name. I think that is bad parenting.
I agree.
Hamsters live for at maximum 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, even if we change the name now, you're always going to remember that the hamster was named Amy, and then we had to change it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
The hamster came first. Amy came first. Amy the hamster came first.
Exactly.
And now you're wanting to name your child's middle name after it.
And you
not
have
even
a problem with the
primary
hamster.
Name. Yes.
I would honestly name every single future pet in my family Amy. Amy number 3, Amy number 7, Amy number 12. I'm just keep a theme. Oh, you got a new dog? Finally a new name? Nope. Amy number 7.
Even if it's a boy. Amy. Sir Amy.
Right? Oh, man. That kind of infuriates me a bit.
It's very entitled.
I'm more upset with the way OP handled it with their son.
Yeah,
I tried to convince to be Sonic name or any other Sonic character.
And it made him feel hurt.
And it made him feel hurt. And only once that happened, then you go over there. You should have never done that in the first place. It's a freaking name. We do not negotiate with crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that. I want a t-shirt that says that, or I want something. That's my life slogan. Like, you know, the United States in the movies. We do not negotiate with terrorists. In real life, I don't negotiate with crazy.
Top comment. The lifespan of a hamster is 2 to 3 years. The problem will solve itself.
No, it won't because
Yeah, it's not. I don't think that's really the issue here. Like,
when you have a crazy person, that's always going to remember that the name was linked with the hamster.
Another comment. Seems like Sonic is available. Suggest she call the baby that. That's so good.
Use that as the middle name. That could be your new middle name, Sonic.
What? Mine?
You need a middle name.
No, I don't. I've gone 26 years without one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, have you decided what you're gonna? You decided what you're gonna do?
With what?
When we get married?
I'm taking your last name. This is not news to you.
Yeah, but are you gonna put Openisano as your middle name? Still out on that, eh? Just checking in.
I'm not changing my mind about that.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking in. Who knows?
I don't want my middle name to be Openisano.
Maybe you have changed your mind. I wouldn't know unless I checked in with you. We haven't gone through the process yet.
No,
We've been talking about it for a while, but the paper's not done. So,
but I can
just
tell
checking
you.
in.
No. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for your concern.
You're welcome.
I'll tell you, going forward.
Yes.
I will not change my mind. So there's no need to check in on me about that.
No need, but it's still polite to check in.
It's actually not.
Once in a while.
It's actually not.
Very polite to check in. We'll check in one time. We'll check in.
Mm-hmm. In a month and a half, I will be Teresa Couture.
Mm-hmm.
Just Teresa Couture.
Probably about 2 months though, because we gotta do it after we get back.
Yeah,
so it'll be like late June that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, back to you.
Okay.